Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Emerald Randomized. I'm Nye, that's Trance, and, we're still just trucking along this mountain path. Slowly and surely. I don't usually call him Shirley.
Yes, we've all seen Airplane.
Yes, but I felt the need to actually refresh that because unfortunately he died.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you didn't hear?
Oh.
A couple months back.
They don't... Yeah, that hyper clap will do you in something fierce.
But if you watch House, apparently it'll make you extremely horny in the meantime.
Well, yeah, it is the Mongolian hyper clap after all.
You haven't seen that episode, have you?
I don't watch television.
This, like, 78-year-old lady goes up to House and mentions to him that she's actually starting to get aroused again, and then starts hitting on him for a while. And he keeps on rebuffing her, she keeps on showing up, and he eventually breaks it to her that she has an STD and that it needs to be fixed, otherwise it'll kill her. And she goes, but I don't want these feelings to go away again. And he's like, I'm sorry, it's giving you irreparable brain damage. These feelings will never go away. Like, it was just the way he puts it across that, I'm sorry, you will forever be in a sexual mood. And to just, like, the light up on her face of, that's wonderful! Such good news!
I was so old, I thought my vagina would only house dust mites for all time.
That's basically what she puts across. That's kind of where she goes with that.
Remember, viewers, get your vaginas checked for dust mites at least once a year. It's for your own safety.
I kind of loathe nature power.
Did you know that 1 in every 4 Americans are host to vaginal dust mites? Men, this includes you. But wait, you say, I don't have a vagina. That's why you're a carrier, and not a full-blown infectee.
I thought you were going to go with that whole developmental in the womb stage thing.
Oh, no. No, they don't go that far in. No, they're vaginal dust mites, not wombular.
Not what I was referring to. I can just hear the wheels in your head turning as you try to figure out where I was going with that.
No, I'm actually trying to figure out how the hell this LFR group is so bad.
Okay, let's get the World of Warcraft talk out of here.
Yeah.
And you talking about that means the viewers can't hear the obnoxious dee-doo, 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 dee-doo sound over and over and over. And
yeah,
I like to give that experience to everybody.
Whoever thought the low health warning beep was good, it's not fucking good, you dumbass. We hate it. We know when our hit points are low.
It's red, it's small, big black bar. We understand the concept.
Yes, exactly. Hell, even go with what the later Zeldas did. You know, have the bars kind of jiggle and pulse, warn us visually. We don't fucking need, hey. No.
Actually, you know what they should have done? Just like for two fights worth? Hey, listen! Hey, listen! Hey, listen!
No. Never.
Because that's basically what it is. What level does Ghastly evolve? 26?
I don't know. I will say they did much better. Much better.
25,
Infinitely
apparently.
better in the later games.
I think
Majora's Mask.
I think one thing that Pokemon did right is the poison being unable to KO anymore.
Yeah.
That was a nice change. I was really surprised the first time I saw that.
Unfortunately, I do believe burns can still KO you, but that's okay.
I don't think burns do out-of-combat damage, though.
That's true. They don't do out-of-combat damage.
Yeah, and poison doesn't out-of-combat KO anymore.
it can still in combat KO. Correct?
Yeah. But remember, like in Pokemon Red and Blue, for example, you could be KO'd, walk away with a win, your Pokemon could have 25 of 100 health left over, and it will still die before you get to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah. I've actually had game overs from that.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's not okay. I mean, I can't think of, just off the cuff, I can't think of another RPG that does that. I actually know of RPGs where status effects fall off after the fight ends.
There's lots of those.
Yeah, lots of those.
It makes sense. You've got time. You can apply treatment.
Yeah, so having a casual RPG like Pokemon, where you're punished for the status effect even landing.
I've never been fond of status effects in games, just for the whole... They punish the player far more than they punish any other thing.
Yeah, we know the computer's a cheating bastard. That's a known quantity, so...
Well, I'm not even talking about whether or not it's got a higher chance to land on players or not. I mean, while yes, in-game, like, in-world, it makes consistent sense, but for the player, it just... Oh crap, I'm poisoned. I hate poison. Because when it's inflicting me, it's horrible, it's terrible, I'm fucked. But when it inflicts them, it doesn't matter.
Well, there's also there's only one of me and there's a lot of you thing about it. Because if you're afflicted by poison, it's your entire team and you have to go get healed. If they're afflicted by poison, you took out one of them. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, a Sandshrew.
It's the billions of faceless goons.
I don't want to focus too much on the new game, because I want this, I would like these episodes to be topical no matter when you watch them. But I really do have hopes that in Pokemon X and Y, the Pokemon will actually use their correct cries.
They don't use correct cries?
No. But by correct, I mean the way the show has always shown them.
Oh, calling out their names?
Yeah, a lot of players feel that's the correct way, and to the point of... I want to say it was Pokemon Yellow where Pikachu actually did do the Pikachu cry.
The developers have gone as far as saying that's wrong and shouldn't have been, because it's frankly stupid.
It makes perfect sense, and it's understood to be well, developer Word of God can say whatever it wants, but it's so canon to players that League of Legends, for example, has a character called Skarner, who's a he's a walking scorpion.
I know, I've used him before.
Okay, well, you watchers may not.
That's true.
If he hides in any given grass, he has, I forget what it is, it's like a 18% chance to only once per game say Skarner.
Yeah.
That is how fan-favorited this has gotten.
But that said, if fan-favoriting could rewrite canon, then why haven't we seen a grave of Navi, which is just a giant rock with a still flicking wing sticking out from beneath it?
Well, I mean, you gotta compare it to what the cries are currently. They're very pixelated, they don't even sound like roars half the time. More often they sound like you sat on a keyboard.
They sound, well, reasonable.
I mean, I'd almost much rather...
Oh, cool, a Surskit. I like those.
I don't know what the hell this thing is. I never put any time into these things.
Water Strider.
Do they evolve at all?
Yes.
Into what?
I forget, but I think it's actually kind of useful.
You know what I'm holding out for? A
hero?
Yeah, that. A half-minute one, if I can help it. I'm holding out for, what is it, the, Ninjask? Is that the first evolution?
No, the first evolution isn't Ninjask, that's the
badass one?
No. Ninjask is the evolutionary form. Shedinja is the badass Invincimask.
No. Ninjask is the badass one. Shedinja is just the one that is immune to practically nothing, actually, when you consider when all said and done.
Shedinja's the one that's immune.
No. Shedinja. Okay, for those who are not aware, Shedinja is a very cool Pokemon for a number of reasons. When the base evolution evolves, now we can't remember the name of this thing off the top of our heads. It will evolve into Ninjask, but if you have an extra Pokeball, I don't even know if the Pokeball is required actually. If you have a spare inventory or a spare party slot and an extra Pokeball, you gain an additional Pokemon called Ninjask or Shedinja, which is the shed shell of this Pokemon after it evolved. And Shedinja has a passive effect called
Wonder Guard.
Wonder Guard, thank you. Which says that any ability or any type attack that attacks Shedinja that is not super effective deals 0 damage. Now this is very important because Shedinja only has 1 HP and only can ever have 1 HP. The problem with this is that it's a bug-type Pokemon and a ghost-type Pokemon, which means it's got a lot of weaknesses. Fire, Bird, Dark, Psychic, to mention just a few.
There is, however, one gym leader, or it's either a gym leader or member of the Elite Four, which can land nothing on it. Also, the base form is Nincada.
Nincada, that's what it is.
And the evolution occurs at level 20.
Yeah, he's a cool Pokemon. I've actually used him before, but after a certain period of time, I just realized that as cool as Shedinja is, especially the lore about him, supposedly if you look into the hole where the Ninjask came out, it'll steal your soul. Well, guess where the trainer looks. But
yeah,
as cool as the lore is and all that jazz, it's just not good.
Ninjask isn't that bad though. It's nice and speedy.
Oh, Ninjask is amazing. Ninjask with Baton Pass.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's there for.
With Ninjask, every turn Ninjask is out, its speed goes up. And so you Baton Pass, and this gives the stat boost to the next Pokemon that comes out.
It's pretty ludicrous.
Mm-hmm. So you do that, and you pull out something really slow and big. Hi, scientist. How's it going?
It's going science!
Hi, I found a tentacle in the middle of this cave, just sort of flopping around here.
No, tentacles are at least somewhat psychic, so obviously it was levitating.
Obviously. Bagon was confused by the levitating tentacle just floating around up here.
Bagon thought, what the fuck, man?
More or less. At this point, I decided that if we're doing this anyways, I'm going for as high a capture rate as I can get.
Might as well. After all, isn't that the spirit of Pokemon? To grab helpless woodland creatures and shove them into a box for fun and profit.
Exactly. Ooh, I found a moonstone.
Moon Heron! That's an inside joke, viewers, so don't worry that you don't understand it.
Okay,
what
so...
the Christ is that?
Sunflora, it's the evolution of Suncurrent. I was actually about to comment on that.
Kill it with fire. No. Kill it with every fire.
No, I'm gonna catch it, because the only way to get one of these things otherwise is to use a sunstone. Actually, the joke I was about to make is we found a moonstone. Now all I need is a cannon.
Yes, because inside jokes.
That's not even an inside joke. You can get that joke on my channel.
It seriously looks wrong. It looks like a reject from Plants vs. Zombies.
That's actually... If it wasn't for the fact that Sunflora was from Gold and Silver, actually, so it predates Plants vs. Zombies by a good, what, 10 years?
Possibly.
But I can just imagine it. I can actually imagine it singing that song, too. But, yep.
It's a freaky flower thing. You should hit it with an axe.
Hey, look, it's a Chikorito. I already have
Aw,
one, though.
it's a pear.
Just gonna walk away from that. I love seeing a starter out and going, oh, hey, I already have that. That's a cool feeling.
Yeah, that's one of the things that this randomization does well. Since it populates the world so fully with all the different mons, you don't feel like, you know, am I holding on to the last member of an endangered species? What am I doing?
Actually, I do intend, when I finish this one, I actually do intend to go, I'm trying to decide which one I'm gonna do, but I do intend to do something like, Fire Red or Leaf Green. Non-randomized, though.
What I would suggest is just flat out Gold or Silver.
Actually, you know what I might do? I'm considering it, but it's going back a little bit further than I would like, because I actually do lose a lot of features that I really prefer. I'm tempted to flat out go back and do Yellow. Because Yellow was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but Yellow is kind of a pain since I believe you're forced to keep Pikachu in the party, correct?
Yes, I believe so. But on Gen 1s, I always have a Pikachu anyways. It's actually a tradition of mine.
He's actually pretty shit, though. Especially since you can never evolve him.
Not if you do him right. And actually,
No,
you can evolve that Pikachu, I think.
No, you can't. He swats the stone away.
I don't recall that. I never tried, though, because I've actually never evolved a Pikachu other than for Pokedex completion. No, actually, in, Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, I think actually every generation in which a Pikachu has been a non-national Dex Pokemon, I have had a Pikachu in my starting 6.
Huh.
And Pikachu, if you like, Pikachu will wreck face. He really will. He's not as bad as you'd think he is.
He isn't bad if you can get Volt Tackle onto him.
Even without Volt Tackle, Thunder and Thunderbolt will just wreck parties.
Yeah, but there's other mons that could do just as good or better.
Well, they could, but
And
they're not Pikachu.
Yeah, they're not cute.
I started with Pokemon Red and Blue, and I watched the show as a kid. Pikachu is ingrained in my psyche.
I did same, and I have to say, I never really liked the little rat.
I always did, just because it was the most developed character on that show.
Eh.
No, seriously. It has the most character development of any character on that show.
Not really, no. It's just always kind of there. It doesn't have a lot of character development.
Well, okay, fine.
Compared to, say, someone like James.
Season 1. Season 1.
Yeah, Season 1, sure. I'll grant you Season 1. But from the show overall, the character with the absolute most character development is James, which is kind of amusing.
See, that I never saw.
Well, you had to watch pretty much the whole thing to start really getting it. He's just a lonely kid who grew up in a rich family that never honestly cared for him.
Well, no, backstory doesn't count.
No, yes it does count, especially when it becomes the focus on several episodes.
No, what I mean is, the backstory, the growth between backstory and present day is different between present day and end of series.
they have that as well. Lots of it. He very quickly learns that, you know, Team Rocket isn't the right path, but he's such good friends with Meowth and Jessie that he just can't part from them. He ends up eventually being what is as close to a good guy as you can get while still being on Team Rocket.
Anti-hero, woohoo!
Not so much an anti-hero, because there's nothing heroic about him. He's a total coward. Just, he clearly would have been an excellent Pokemon breeder, and just made a few wrong choices. But he's got his pride, and he decides, fuck it, I'm rolling with it. And you know, I have to respect that.
And on the subject of James being a badass, we're going to end this episode. I'll see you guys soon.
Later, viewers.